Welcome, everyone. Today, I'd like to introduce a concept that sits at the very center of how SolutionMall organizes its solutions. We call it Base8 plus application scenarios. Now, this idea may sound simple at first, but it actually changes something fundamental because instead of starting from products and instead of starting from technologies, we start from something much more intuitive. We start from the customer's real world environment. That single decision reshapes how solutions are discovered or how systems are organized and ultimately how projects are delivered. In the next few minutes, I'll show you why this design matters, how it benefits customers and partners, and what these application scenarios look like in practice. So, first, let's quickly look at what we'll cover today. Let me briefly outline today's journey. First, we'll introduce the core idea of Base8 plus N application scenarios. Then we'll explore why SolutionMall chose scenario-based classification instead of traditional product or industry taxonomies. Next, we'll step into the customer's mindset because when real projects begin, customers rarely think about technology categories. They think about their environment. After that, we'll briefly walk through the major scenario domains that SolutionMall covers today. And finally, we'll come back to Base8 itself. We'll see how it works as the engineering backbone across every scenario. So with that roadmap in mind, let's start with the core concept. The core idea is actually very straightforward. Base8 plus N application scenarios creates complete real-world coverage across industries. Let me break that down. First, Base8 trademark. This represents the engineering foundation. It defines 8 technical domains that every reliable system deployment requires. Then we have the application scenarios. These represent the actual environments where systems are deployed. Hospitals, factories, government service centers, data centers, transportation systems. When we combine these two elements, in the technical foundation and the real world environment, we create a platform that is both technically structured and naturally easy for customers to navigate. But to fully understand why this matters, we first need to look at a common problem. Most solution platforms today organize products in one of two ways, either by technology category or by industry vertical. And from an engineering perspective, that actually makes perfect sense. But here's the challenge. Customers don't think that way. When someone starts a project, they rarely think, I need networking equipment, I need power infrastructure. Instead, their first question is usually much simpler. So they ask, what solution fits my environment? That gap between how products are organized and how customers actually think is exactly what scenario-based classification is designed to solve. Let's look at a few real examples. A hospital administrator is not thinking about network architecture. They're thinking about patient services. A city government official is focused on traffic flow and public safety. A factory manager cares about production uptime. A data center operator thinks about reliability and redundancy. All of these questions start from the same place, the environment, not the product, not the technology. And that's why SolutionMall organizes its platform using application scenarios. Customers simply begin from the environment they already understand. Scenario classification creates something powerful, a customer-oriented navigation system, and it brings 3 major advantages. First, it mirrors how customers naturally think. They enter their environment and immediately see relevant solutions. They don't need to understand the technical taxonomy behind it. Second, it brings multiple systems together. because real environments require many systems working together. And third, it enables cross-industry discovery. A solution used in hospitals, banks, and government offices can appear in all three scenarios. So customers always see the full solution landscape. Let's take the healthcare scenario as an example. A hospital is not just one system. It's a complex environment with many interconnected components. For example, queue management system, hospital information systems, communications infrastructure, security monitoring, office systems, and facility infrastructure under traditional classification. These would be scattered across many product categories, but under scenario classification, they appear together. The moment customer enters when the healthcare scenario, they see the entire solution ecosystem. Now let's look at the opposite direction. Sometimes one solution serves many environments. Take a queue management system. It's used in hospitals, banks, government service centers, and retail environments. Under traditional classification, it might appear in only one industry category. But under SolutionMall's scenario model, the solution is linked to every relevant environment, which means customers can discover it even if they start from a completely different industry. This leads to what we call the complete ecosystem view. When customers enter a scenario on SolutionMall, they don't just see isolated products. They see the entire system landscape. For example, in healthcare, medical systems, communication infrastructure, office systems, security systems, facility support, and power infrastructure, all visible together. This holistic perspective helps customers plan more effectively, identify missing components, and build truly integrated systems. And that kind of system-level thinking is essential for successful project delivery. SolutionMall currently organizes its solutions into 15 major application scenario domains. Together, these domains cover the full spectrum of real-world project environments, from healthcare and education to smart cities, industrial manufacturing, and ICT infrastructure. Each domain is then broken down into more specific application scenarios. These scenarios correspond directly to the environments where projects actually happen. This structure allows users to navigate naturally through three levels. First, a broad industry context, then a specific operational environment, and finally go into the relevant solutions. So instead of searching through products, some customers can move directly from environment to solution. Now let's explore a few of these domains to see how this works in practice. Now let's take a closer look at two of the most complex environments: smart cities and transportation infrastructure. These are environments where multiple systems must operate together. A smart city project, for example, may include traffic management, public safety systems, utility monitoring, and smart lighting networks, all running on shared communications and power infrastructure. Transportation hubs like airports or railway stations are equally complex. They combine aviation systems, communications networks, security infrastructure, and power backup systems. Both environments depend heavily on deep system integration. And that is exactly why having a unified engineering foundation like Base8 becomes so important. Now let's move from complexity to environments where reliability is absolutely critical. Industrial manufacturing and energy infrastructure. In a factory, production line cannot afford downtime caused by infrastructure failure. Every interruption means lost productivity and financial impact. In the energy sector, the requirements are even stricter. A power grid cannot tolerate communication failures within its monitoring systems. These environments require the highest standards of engineering discipline. And this is precisely what Base 8 is designed to support. By organizing solutions within these scenario domains, SolutionMall helps industrial and energy customers quickly identify solutions that meet their reliability and safety requirements. And while industrial and energy environments focus on reliability, education and commercial environments have a different set of priorities. Here, the focus shifts toward user experience, scalability, and seamless service integration. For example, a university campus needs high capacity Wi Fi networks, smart classrooms, and secure access control. A hotel environment requires integrated communications, guest entertainment systems, and efficient energy management. A financial institution needs secure networks, queue management systems, and reliable power infrastructure. Different environments, different operational priorities, but all supported by the same Base 8 engineering foundation. This brings us back to the engineering foundation itself. Base 8 trademark, regardless of which scenario a project belongs to, whether it's a hospital, a factory, a smart city, or a data center, every reliable system deployment depends on the same 8 engineering domains: network and communications infrastructure, power systems, site and environmental controls, lightning protection, fire safety systems, structured cabling, professional tools, and connectors. These are the non-negotiable building blocks of modern infrastructure. Base 8 ensures that every SolutionMall deployment covers all of them. This slide captures the essence of SolutionMall. Customers are free to start from their own perspective, their own scenario, their own environment, on their own project context. But underneath every solution, the engineering structure remains the same. Base 8 trademark, different entry points, different industries, different operational needs, yet supported by the same rigorous engineering backbone. This is what makes SolutionMall more than a product catalog. It becomes a unified solution platform. So, how do you get started with SolutionMall? The process is simple. So first, identify your scenario. Choose the environment that matches your project from our 15 scenario domains. Second, explore the solutions. Everything relevant to your environment is organized in one place. Third, leverage Base 8 to ensure every engineering layer of your system is covered. And finally, connect with our team. We are here to support you from initial planning all the way through project delivery. Thank you very much for your time today. We look forward to working with you.